game in Division II, and that contest will match up our Edgewood Cougars against the Harrison Wildcats. With me today, and thankfully here for the duration of this one, is my right-hand man, the VOC, the voice of Cougars, Rich Hazelwood. Rich, good to have you.
Great to be here. Great to be here. Great to be here for the whole game. What a beautiful day to play baseball.
For sure. And we are going to get started what looks to be right at 5 o'clock on time. And before that happens, we do want to take the time to go over a few things, including the lineups. We will begin first with the Harrison Wildcats. They are coached by Ben Turner. Ben Turner's team comes into this game with a record of 11 wins and 10 losses. This is the lineup that Coach Turner will send out there today for his Wildcats. Leading off and playing left field, number 1, Mitchell Mercurio. Batting second at third base, number 12, Tucker Ward. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 13, Drew Baker. Batting fourth, the catcher, number 0, Cameron Inneking. Batting fifth, the first baseman, number 7, David Baldock. Batting sixth in center field, number 9, Kyle Davidson. Batting seventh at second base, number 5, Derek Stigler. Batting eighth, the shortstop, number 3, Ryan Stigler. And batting ninth and playing right field is Aaron Davis. The pitcher on the mound today and not hitting for the Wildcats is number 27, Cole Metzger on the mound. He's a left-hander. So again, for the Harrison Wildcats, Mercurio in left, Ward at third base, Baker as the designated hitter, Inneking catching, Baldock at first, Davidson in center field, with the bottom third of Derek Stigler. Ryan Stigler hits eighth at short, and Aaron Davis bats ninth out in right field. So there's your Harrison Wildcats lineup. Let's now focus on our Edgewood Cougars, coached by head coach Austin Hatfield. Austin Hatfield will send this lineup out there for the Cougars today. No changes from yesterday up in Oxford, other than a little bit of position stuff. But leading off and playing shortstop, number 15, Chase Resch. Batting second, the second baseman, number 24, Brady Bauman. Batting third at third base, number 14, Jace Gully. Batting fourth at first base, number 11, J.J. Vogel. Batting fifth in right field, number 28, Roman Smith. Batting sixth in center field, number 34, Carter Breedlove. Batting seventh and doing the catching today, number 99, John Rivera. Batting eighth in left field, number 20, Miller Fall. And batting ninth and doing the pitching and also acting as the designated hitter, number 39, Carson Downey. Again for Edgewood, Resch at shortstop, Bauman at second base, Gully at third base. Middle third is Vogel at first base, Smith in right field, and Breedlove in center. And the bottom third, Rivera catching, Fall in left field, and Downey doing the pitching. So there you have it. That's the lineups for today. As you can see, our view, we do have netting, so we had to set our camera a little farther back. We were not allowed to hang our camera onto the netting. So this is the best we can do for you. But we hope it looks like a pretty good view on our end. So hopefully it will be. And we should be set to get things rolling here in about 9 minutes between the Edgewood Cougars and the Harrison Wildcats. We will be back just before the first pitch to bring it all to you, and we will talk to you then. All right, folks, we're back here at the ballpark. We are ready to get things underway. It'll be the Harrison Wildcats coming up to bat here against the Edgewood Cougars. They'll be facing Carson Downey. Carson Downey's stats on the season, fairly impressive. 5-2 record, 53 innings pitched, 83 strikeouts, and a 1.06 ERA for Carson Downey. The stepping in to lead off this game for Harrison is Mitchell Mercurio. And Mitchell Mercurio will be getting things started here in just a second.
Leading off for the Harrison Wildcats, the left fielder, number 1, Mitchell Mercurio.
So we're all set for baseball here in Centerville. It'll be Mitchell Mercurio. I'm going to have trouble with that all day. Tucker Ward and Drew Baker to face Edgewood pitcher Carson Downey. And here we go. There's a swing and a line drive. Base hit into left field. So Mercurio leads off this game with a hard line drive into left for a single. And that
third baseman, number 12, Tucker Ward.
That'll bring to the plate Tucker Ward. Tucker Ward, the third baseman for the Harrison Wildcats. Tucker comes into this game hitting 175. There's a curve taken for a strike, throw down to first, not in time. So a bunt play on there, but Ward pulls the bat back, takes it for a strike. 0-1 is the count. All right, we've got a count of 0-1. Downey gets the sign and the pitch. There's a swing and a fly ball into center, left center. Moving over and he drops the ball. Throw to second is in time for the force out. So we're going to need some glasses out there, folks. Looks like they lost that in the sun. Fortunately for Edgewood, it goes as a fielder's choice. So Tucker Ward over at first base now.
The designated hitter, number 13, Drew Baker.
So now 1 out, brings to the plate Drew Baker. That force out went 7-4, I believe was that force out. There's a curve, flared into right. That's going to drop. Base hit. And the runner stops at second, Tucker Ward. So runners at first and second now with 1 out. And that's going to bring to the plate Cameron Inneking.
The catcher, number 0, Cameron Inneking.
So it appears that the MO of the Harrison Wildcats is to swing at the first strike they see. I mean, they are attacking early in the counts. Here comes the pitch, and that's taken low for a ball. Inneking comes in hitting 296, 16 hits and 54 at bats, 12 RBIs. And a lot of talk over from the Harrison dugout. They're excited. There's a curveball for a strike. And the count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. They have dimensions on the outfield fences, but we can't see those. One pitch. Downey looks into Rivera. We'll get that Edgewood defensive lineup for you here soon. Here comes the delivery, curveball. And that is taken for a ball. 2 balls and 1 strike. And they appeal that, and it is determined that Inneking did not swing. So again, the count 2 balls and 1 strike. We will tell you how both of these teams got to this game in their opening tournament games as well in a minute. There's a fastball taken low, and the count goes to 3-1 for Inniking and David Baldock waiting on deck. So a 3-1 pitch, and it's going to have to be Downey coming into the zone on this one. Here comes the 3-1. There's a swing and a smash. Base hit into right field. Runner at second is Tucker Ward. He had to hold up to make sure that was not caught, and it wasn't. So another single, third hit of the inning, and the Harrison Wildcats have the bases loaded with one out, and that's going to bring to the plate first baseman David Baldock.
The first baseman, number 7, David Baldock.
David Baldock comes into this game hitting .327, left-handed batter. Bases full of Wildcats, one out into the top of the first. Here's the pitch, curveball taken high. 1 ball and no strikes. Weather for today's game, a game time temperature of 82 degrees with an 11-mile-an-hour wind coming out of the northeast. And with this field, that appears to be blowing slightly out, more so across from center field towards right field. So a meeting out at the mound between catcher John Rivera and Edgewood pitcher Carson Downey. That meeting has broken up. So the Cougars in a jam here in the first, in need of a double play. 1 ball, no strikes. Downey set, and here comes the pitch. Steps off. So there seems to be some confusion with the pitch calls. I don't know if Downey's not getting those, but he seems to be questioning what's going on with the calls of what pitch to throw. 1-0 pitch. Curveball taken inside. 2 balls and no strikes. Harrison advanced to this game by winning on Tuesday. They beat a Northmont team by a final score of 14-10. That's what brings them here today. 2-0 pitch, taken low, and the count goes to 3-0. Nowhere to put Baldock. And Carson Downey's going to have to bring a few in a row here. I doubt we see a green light, but you never know. 3-0 pitch, taken for a strike. Count moves to 3-1. Yeah, we do have a pretty significant breeze. It's coming into the press box here. There's a swing and a chopper foul, and the count goes full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. We had to. Well, we got. So. So the count is run full on Baldock. 3-2. Downey stares in at Rivera. He's got what he wants. Big 3-2 pitch early in this one. And here it comes. Curveball, swing and a miss. 3-2 curveball. And down on strikes. That's a big one. Out number 2. Bases loaded now, 2 outs for Kyle Davidson. Kyle Davidson steps in now, bases loaded, 2 outs.
The center fielder, Kyle Davidson.
Davidson comes into this game with a batting average of .340. We have a balk. A balk has been called. I would assume that that's no pause. We'll have to look at that one later, folks, but that's a big call. So a balk will allow the runners to move up, and that will give Harrison a 1-0 lead. That pitch is also a ball, I believe, in the count. Here comes the pitch, swing and a miss. Count evens at 1 ball, 1 strike. Runners now at second and third. So 1-0 Harrison on the bases loaded balk, and the count now 1-1 to Kyle Davidson. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a pop-up. That's in foul territory. Moving over is Vogel, and he makes the play, and that will end the inning for the Harrison Wildcats in the first. We'll give you the inning summary in just a second. That goes fly out to first base. And for the Harrison Wildcats in the first, they get 1 run on a total of 3 hits. There were no Edgewood errors, and there were 2 runners left on base. We're through a half inning of baseball with the score. Harrison 1, Edgewood 0. We'll be right back. Okay, we're back here in Centerville, ready for the Cougars' half of the first. And it's stepping to the plate this inning for Edgewood will be Chase Resch, Brady Bauman, and Jace Gully coming to bat for the Cougars.
Leading off for the Cougars, the shortstop, number 15, Chase Resch.
So Chase Resch steps in, left-handed batter. He hitting on the season as of today, coming into this one at .429. Left-handed pitcher out there is Cole Metzger. Pitches outside for a ball. Cole Metzger will give you his stats. 1 ball and no strikes. Pitch is low, ball 2. 2-0 quickly to Resch. Cole Metzger just looking up his stats right now. Left-hander, just a sophomore. Here comes the 2-0. That's way outside. He has not come close yet. 3-0 in 3 pitches. The stats for starting pitcher Cole Metzger, that pitch is high, and 4-pitch walk to begin this one. Base on balls for Chase Resch. He reaches.
The second baseman, number 24, Brady Bauman.
It's going to bring to the plate Brady Bauman. The numbers on Metzger: 6 games, 17 1/3 innings pitched, 1-1 record, 20 strikeouts for him, and an ERA, it appears, of 0.40. Pitch is a ball. So 1 ball and no strikes, 5 straight out of the zone for Metzger. That pitch is way inside and low. And there goes the bullpen. They didn't waste any time. So they will send someone out to get loose down the right field line. Metzger looking to find the zone, the pitch, and that is right there for a strike. And the count goes to 2-1 on Brady Bauman. Bauman, a junior, comes into this game hitting .253. There's a swing and a chopper down to third. That's booted, and that will go as an error on the third baseman. That is Tucker Ward. Tucker Ward with an error over there that scored E5, and the first two have reached for the Cougars here in the home first.
The third baseman, number 14, Jace Gully.
That's going to bring to the plate Jace Gully, senior for Jace. He's a senior, hitting .382 out of the 3-hole. 2 on, no outs, and the pitch. There's a swing and a ground ball in the hole and into left field. Rounding third. He's coming to the plate. Throw is offline. Coming in to tie the game is Chase Resch. So a single for Gully. He'll pick up an RBI on that ball out to left field. And just like that, 3 batters in, the Cougars have tied this game at 1-1.
The first baseman, number 11, J.J. Vogel.
That brings to the plate J.J. Vogel, hitting .342, right-handed batter. Pitch is chopped foul at the plate. Count 0-1. Of course, J.J. yesterday up in Oxford pitched a complete game to end the season of the Sydney Yellow Jackets, and he is committed to play baseball as a pitcher at Ohio State University. Pitch is high, count evens at 1-1. He can also do a little bit of damage with the bat, and that's what the Cougars need right here. Pitch is outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike to Vogel. Waiting on deck, Roman Smith. Here comes a pitch. That's high. Count goes to 3-1. 3 balls and 1 strike to Vogel. And if he reaches, it'll be bases loaded for the Cougars. And that's way back to the screen. Ball 4, and the bases are loaded with nobody outs. They're jammed with Cougars. Roman Smith stepping in. Roman yesterday, if you joined the broadcast yesterday in Oxford, he got a hold of a baseball and took it right off the base of the fence at a Division I university, and that ball was crushed. So we'd love to see that right here. So a meeting out on the mound, and you could tell early in this one that the Harrison coaching staff wasted no time in getting a reliever up. You'll see that sometimes in games, postseason games, because it's win or go home, and they're not gonna wait around and hope that you find it, because it may be too late. But he's not been helped by that error over at third base. That was a big part of this as well.
Right fielder, number 28, Roman Smith.
Roman Smith up there. Here's the pitch. That's, on the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Roman, .291 batting average for the Cougars. 16 RBIs. There's swing and a miss. Count 0-2. Roman, 16 RBIs and 11 stolen bases. Roman waving the bat around. Here's the pitch. That's low. Nice block. Nice block by catcher Cameron Inneking. Count moves to 1-2 strikes. Pretty decent crowd as I look out of the press box. Fairly large contingent here to watch this one. And it only goes up from here as the winner of this game heads to the Dayton Dragons Stadium. We'll talk about that later. Pitch is high for a ball. Count evens at 2-2. So Roman has evened the count at 2-2. Brady Bauman over at third base, looking to bring the Cougars their second run. That's low. The count moves to 3-2, and you hate to say it in the first inning, but this is an awfully, awfully big pitch coming right here. Bauman's at third, Gully is at second, Vogel at first, 3-2 count, bottom of first, Roman Smith at the plate. 3-2 pitch, here it comes, and that's low, and that is ball 4, and the Cougars now take a 2-1 lead on the bases loaded walk by Roman Smith.
The center fielder, number 34, Carter Breedlove.
And that'll do it, folks. We've got a pitching change. We will get that number for you in just a minute. Looks like number 0. So number 8, we've been corrected on that. Preston Flick coming in to pitch for the Wildcats. And while he takes his warm-up pitches, we're going to take a break. We'll be back with the Edgewood Cougars leading 2-1. All right, we're back with you, all set, and we've got a pitching change early in this one. Taking the mound is number 8, Preston Flick. Preston is a senior, and we'll get his stats for you here. Preston Flick, 14 innings on the season, 20 strikeouts, a 5.25 ERA. Stepping in for the Cougars, Carter Breedlove, bases loaded, still nobody out for Breedlove. That's another left-hander, another left-handed pitcher out there. Swinging a drive to right. That's it pretty well. It'll hang up. Making the catch out in right is Aaron Davis, but that'll score a run, and it'll move up a runner from second as well, and the Cougars take a 3-1 lead.
Now batting, the catcher, number 99, Jean Rivera.
So a sacrifice fly makes the score now Edgewood on top 3-1. Runners are now at first and third. And some pretty good speed over at first in Roman Smith.
Is there any way they can put chairs? They're not happy about the stand.
All right, here comes John Rivera to the plate. He takes a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. John Rivera comes into this game hitting .358, the Cougars catcher. He was born to catch. There's pitch is taken on the outside corner for a strike. John Rivera moved to the Edgewood district as a junior from Puerto Rico. And what an addition he has been. Fantastic young man. There's a swing and a miss. Throw down to third. Gets away, and that's going to be another run. Throw from the catcher bounces and goes into left field, and that's the second error of the inning. So coming home and moving up to coming home is J.J. Vogel. Moving up to second is Roman Smith on the error by the catcher. And the Edgewood Cougars now lead 4-1. Preston Flick gets what he wants, swinging a chopper foul. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. So the Cougars give up 1 in the first, but they come calling in their home half and thus far have put up 4 runs. Here comes the pitch, and that is low. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Rivera looks to do some damage. And the pitch. Just off the outside. That pitch was outside. That's a good call. 3 balls and 2 strikes. I think that painted the batter's box and not the corner. But it did just miss. All right, here we go. 3-2 to Rivera and the pitch. Swinging a fly ball to short center field. Moving on in is the center fielder Davidson. He'll make the catch for out number 2.
Now batting, the shortstop, number 15, Chase
Miller Fall.
I'm sorry, the left fielder, number 20, Miller Fall.
All right, we're all set. Here comes Miller Fall coming in .299, our star of the game last night. 3 for 3 was Miller Fall. Knocked in a couple and scored 1 in that effort against Sydney. He swings it, fouls it straight out of here. No balls and 1 strike to Miller Fall. And we do apologize. That interview last night, if any of you did go to YouTube to watch it, we discovered later that we were having some technical difficulties with the sound, and we could not hear any of that, any of that interview. So we do apologize. Pitch is taken low for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike to Miller Fall. 2 outs deep into the home first. Flick has the sign from catcher Emma King. Here comes the pitch. Swing and a miss. It gets away. Wild pitch is how we'll score that one. So Roman Smith moves all the way up to third on the wild pitch. And the count on Miller Fall now stands at 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 down. Carson Downey, the pitcher, waits his turn on deck, the 9-hole hitter. So if Miller Fall can get a hit, the Cougars have batted around. One ball, 2 strike pitch. There's a swing and a looper into center. Coming in and making the play is Kyle Davidson for out number 3. That goes fly out 8. But, and that's a big but, the Edgewood Cougars, with a total of 4 runs, they had one hit. 4 runs on 1 hit. There were 2 errors, and the Edgewood Cougars stranded 1 on base And we are through one inning of baseball here in Centerville with the score now, Edgewood 4 and Harrison 1. Back at the ballpark, ready for the top half of the second inning. Harrison will have 7, 8, 9 in their order. And the want to give a couple of shout outs here, folks. We got a couple of people that have registered on my Facebook to say hello and to let me know that they're watching this one. Our first shout out of the day goes to Tom. And Tom, if I mess this up, it looks like Cadle. If I'm saying it wrong, you might need to give me a pronunciation on there. But I know a relative of a big fan of Roman Smith, and he pretty much has been with us the whole season. So we thank you, Tom, for your support of the Cougars. Here we go. There's a swing and a miss on the first pitch to Derek Stigler. Derek Stigler comes in hitting .217. He's a junior. And I'm going to tell you a little something about the Stiglers. The brothers are coming up back to back here. There's a swing and a foul. Count goes to 0-2. The Stiglers, great young men, first off, but their father, also affectionately known as Stiggy, Steve Stigler, known as Stiggy. Stiggy was a former teammate of mine when I was playing at Miami, summer teammate, and he was at Xavier, and he was a very, very good player. So, a small world. There's a swing and a foul. Count remains 0-2, but yes, Steve Stigler, just a excellent baseball man, good, knowledgeable man of baseball. Sent an older son already through college. He was at the Division I level at one point and was phenomenal. A really, really good player was his oldest son. Curveball just misses. Came around the plate, 1 ball and 2 strikes. So Downey, when he gets into a situation where he is close to putting you away, you're going to have to deal with the curveball. That's his out pitch, and he proved in that first inning he'll throw it in any count. Curveball taken high, 2 balls and 2 strikes. And he's going to ask for a new baseball, and he will get it from home plate umpire today, Matthew Jennings. Matthew Jennings is behind the plate. Over at first base is Steve Marshall, and at third base, Tim Dunaway. There's a swing and a pop-up on the infield. Might have room. Moving over towards the Cougar dugout and dropping the ball. Dropping the ball is third baseman for the Cougars, Jace Gully. So Gully got over there, did not make the play. And we're going to see what happens here, because that hopefully doesn't come back to haunt us a little bit with this leadoff batter reaching base. 2-2 pitch. Curveball flared into short left, moving out is Resch. And what a running play by Chase Resch. Chase Resch goes into short left field and snags it in short left right in front of Miller Fall. He called it the whole way, and he got the out. First out of the inning brings up Ryan Stigler.
The shortstop, number 3, Ryan Stigler.
That was some kind of play for Chase Resch. There's a swing and a foul. Count 0-1. I put a tag on that one for our highlights. That's one that I put into the highlight reel for this game. Just a tremendous athletic play by Chase Resch. There's a curve, swing and a miss. Count 0-2. Cougar infield, we still haven't given that to you real quick. It's Jace Gully at third, Chase Resch at short, Brady Malman at second, J.J. Vogel over at first. Fastball high, count 1-2. Catcher for today is John Rivera, and on the mound, Carson Downey. The Cougars outfield, Miller Falls in left, Carter Breedlove's in center, and Roman Smith patrols things out in right. Fastball taken inside. Count evens at 2-2. I think that was a setup pitch for the curveball. I think we're going to see that here. Tried to get in on the hands of Ryan Stigler, and that's usually an opportunity to come right back with an outside breaking ball, and we'll see if that's what it is. 2-2 pitch. Breaking ball swing and chopped at the plate. That made contact with Stigler. So the count remains 2 balls and 2 strikes to Ryan Stigler. Both the Stigler brothers are juniors, I believe. I believe both of them are juniors. And yeah, that is the case. 2-2 pitch. Carson's ready. Fastball low, and the count runs full. 3 balls and 2 strikes. Harrison Wildcats today decked out in the road blacks. Black jerseys, black pants, green numbers and letters. Oh my goodness. Whoa. Well, folks, that is ball 4.
Now batting, the right fielder, number 30, Aaron Davis.
I'm guessing that was low, because that definitely caught some plate. I mean, our vantage point here, just so you know, is directly behind home plate. There's a fastball right down the middle for a strike. This is Aaron Davis. Aaron Davis, who is let me see what Aaron is here. Aaron Davis is a sophomore. So he falls behind 0-1 with 1 out. Here's the pitch, swinging a line drive. That's trouble. That's going to get all the way to the right field corner. Moving from first to third is Ryan Stigler, and Aaron Davis goes the opposite way with a single to right, and runners now at the corners with only 1 out for leadoff hitter Mitchell Mercurio.
The left fielder, number 1, Mitchell Mercurio.
Mercurio, his first time in there, singled, but then he was forced out on that dropped fly ball and left that Miller Fall picked up and forced him at second base. That an inning ago, leading off the game. So runners at the corners. Curveball right there for a strike. So it looks like he definitely prefers the high curveball over the low one. That caught the top half of the zone. Pickoff play thrown over to J.J. Vogel, not in time. The Edgewood Cougars, we mentioned the Northmont win. The Edgewood Cougars, they're swinging a miss. Count 0-2. We have not given you, and I definitely want to do this, we have not given you Carson Downey's numbers, but they're record setting on the mound. Carson Downey this season, folks, 5-2, 1 save, 53 innings, and a school single season record, 83 strikeouts with a 1.06 ERA coming into this one. So 83 strikeouts in 53 innings pitched. And we got another balk, and they're balk happy here in Centerville. Oh boy. That's the second run of this game, both of which have scored on a balk. Counts no balls and 2 strikes on Mercurio, as the Harrison Wildcats have cut the deficit now to 4-2. Still only 1 out. Runner in scoring position out there is Aaron Davis. 0-2 pitch, just low. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Timeout called at the plate by Mercurio. Tucker Ward waits on deck. Resch keeping the runner close out there at short. Curveball taken high. Count 2 balls and 2 strikes. Runner bluffs out there at second. Pitch is taken low for a ball. And the count is now 3 balls and 2 strikes. I know on screen we've got the pitch count for you to see. I can't see that. We don't have that pulled up on our computer. But I think that Downey's pitch count's getting up there. There's a swing and a base hit, maybe coming in off the glove. Off the glove of Breedlove. That's going to be scored in error. That ball was hung up for him. He ran in, hit right off his glove, and that'll be scored in E8. And runners now, let's find that. Runners now at first and third. And stepping into the plate is Tucker Ward.
Third baseman, number 12, Tucker Ward.
Tucker Ward, a senior, he reached on a fielder's choice his first time up there. So runners now at first and third, still only 1 out in the top half of the second. And that gets away. That's a pass ball, as that will get away from John Rivera. Hits off the glove. Scoring is Aaron Davis, and we now have a 4-3 game with leadoff hitter Mercurio now advancing to second base. 1 ball, no strikes to Tucker Ward. And if this keeps up, it might be 19-18. What do you think, Rich? You got a 19-18 final in you?
I'm thinking I didn't bring my pajamas. It's going to be a long game.
That pitch is taken for strike. 1 ball, 1 strike is what I'm showing on the scoreboard here. That is right down the middle for strike 2. Tucker Ward, I also know his dad. Tucker Ward's dad, golf coach at Harrison. When I was coaching golf at Edgewood, we would meet up on the course. Great guy. Oh, goodness. And what do we have here? And we got some hostilities after Carson Downey, after getting timeout called by Tucker Ward. He gets beaned with a pitch that didn't even count. And the Harrison faithful are none too happy with that. One ball and 2 strikes. Here comes the pitch. Curveball, swing and chop foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. I know that Tucker Ward plays basketball as well. Don't know if he's a member of that golf team with his dad or not in the fall. But a pretty good basketball player as well. Downey ready with the 1-2. Here it comes. Taken high. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Seven runs, and we are through 7 outs of this game. Curveball taken for strike 3, and that's out number 2. Got him looking, and that's going to bring to the plate Drew Baker.
The designated hitter, number 13, Drew Baker.
Drew Baker, his first time up there, he singled. And he was stranded over at third base to end the inning after Tucker Ward scored on a balk. Curveball right on the outside for a strike. Count 0-1 to Baker. A 1 pitch. Curveball. Just low. Count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. Of course, our beloved Reds last night dropped 1 to the Metropolitans in the last game of that series. Reds do get the series 2 out of 3. They head to home. They head home to play the Braves. Atlanta Braves starting tomorrow night. There's a curve chopped foul in the count 1-2. I'll be working 2 of those games with my position as the replay review guy down at the stadium, and I'm excited to see that Braves outfit with Ronald Acuna, and he is just a tremendously gifted baseball player. Excited to see him play from down there.
I don't know how you do it. Broadcaster one day and MLB star the next day.
There's always something. And you have got to be kidding me. Oh boy. I don't know. 3 balks and 2 innings. I don't know. I know in the games we've covered, he's never been called for a balk, but If he's doing it, he's doing it. They're seeing something. So runner now at third base. 2 outs, 1 and 2 count. Curveball, chop, foul over at third base. Count now 1 ball and 2 strikes. Seems like Downey is catching a little bit too much of the plate with that off-speed curveball of his today. Needs to start that in the middle of the plate, move it more outside. I think you'd get a lot of people to chase. But that thing is breaking into the middle of the plate right now. Change up, low. 2 balls and 2 strikes. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, 4-3 Edgewood. Top of the second. And that's a wild pitch. And that's going to score the tying run. And so a wild pitch brings in the 4th run of the game. We're now tied, and the count moves to 3 balls and 2 strikes on Drew Baker. And Edgewood has that's taken ball 4. And reaching on the walk is Drew Baker. For some perspective on this, the Harrison Wildcats in this game have scored 4 runs, and they do not have an RBI. They do not have an RBI. Here's how they've scored. They scored on 2 balks. That's 2 runs. They scored on an error in center field, and they just scored on a wild pitch. So 4 runs. So a warning to the Harrison dugout. I think they're still worked up over that hit of Tucker Ward. But Edgewood, a lot of game left. They got to pick it up and come into the offensive end and just put up some runs. But it's becoming painfully obvious that I don't think Carson Downey's going to make it to the end of this one. And he's a really, really good pitcher. Cameron Inniking steps in. He singled his first time up there. He's the catcher and a senior for the Wildcats. There's a fastball right down Broadway. No balls and 1 strike.
At the plate, the catcher, Cameron Inniking.
Swinging a chopper foul. Count 0-2. Rich, I think I might need a cortisone shot at the end of this one. My back is not good. I may do the standing broadcast as well. Swinging a rocket foul. Count remains no balls and 2 strikes. And I'm a little concerned, not going to lie, about our battery out there on the camera as well. This is on pace for 4 hours. Curveball swung on a miss. John Rivera keeps it in front, throws down to first in time to complete the strikeout of Inniking, and that will end things for the Harrison Wildcats in the top half of the second inning. They score 3 runs on a total of 1 hit. There was 1 Edgewood error. And there were 1 runner left on base, it appears out there. Yes, 1 runner left on. So 3 runs, 1 hit, 1 error, 1 left. We're through 1.5 with the score now. Harrison 4, Edgewood 4. That's the pitcher, Carson Downey.
Leading off for the Cougars, the pitcher, number 39, Carson Downey.
All right, we're all set here as the Cougars come to bat in the second. First pitch to pitcher Carson Downey is swung on and fouled. And the count 0-1 on Carson Downey to lead off the Cougars' second. Top of the order. After this one, count evens at 1 ball and 1 strike. We got a shout out. Check that between innings. Luke Smith of volleyball lore. Luke Smith, Edgewood grad, volleyball player. He's tuned into this one. We appreciate you, Luke. Pitch is taken high, 2 balls and 1 strike. I like that Luke Smith guy. I like him.
You like him?
He's a good one. There's a swing and a flare over short. That's trouble. Base hit. So Carson Downey singles to left field to get things started. And
the shortstop, number 15, Chase Resch.
So Chase Resch will step in. Chase Resch walked and scored in the Cougars' 4-run first. And Resch has pretty much done everything for the Cougars this season. He is some kind of talent. That play out in left field earlier today, goodness. Bunt attempt. Is that called a strike? I'm calling. There's no way. That's a ball. I think that bounced. 1 ball, no strikes. Resch, 32 stolen bases on the season. That, folks, is a new Edgewood single season stolen base record. 32 so far this season for leadoff hitter Chase Resch. Transfer from Baden. And a great addition for the Cougars. 2-0. That is indeed the count to Resch. He went to Edgewood through junior high and went to Baden for his first 2 years and then came back to Cougarville for year 3. And he has been something else. 2-0 pitch. Oh, fouled off. Count goes to 2-1.
your card, isn't it?
If it hits my card today, Rich, it's number 1, about 350 feet, and number 2, it's foul. I like our chances. Pitch is taken high for a ball. The count goes to 3-1. No action out in the Harrison bullpen as of yet. What a game. Have mercy, what a game. That's outside. And I'm showing that as ball 4.
That's what I have too.
Whoa. Well, we may have to review that one after the game. But we're showing 3-1 now. But maybe I'm losing my mind. Pitch is low, and folks, I don't know what to tell you. I'm at a loss. I don't even know. I'm going to go with full count. 3-2. If that's 3-2, oh boy. All right, folks. 3-2 pitch. Bouncing ball right at the second baseman. That's Derek Stigler out there. He makes the play. Thankfully, runner was on the move on a hit and run. That goes 4-3 after Chase Resch, I think, walked 2 times. And that's going to bring to the plate Brady Bauman.
The second baseman, number 24, Brady Bauman.
One out brings to the plate Brady Bauman. He reached on an error by third baseman Tucker Ward his first time up there. He pops it up into short right. Going out, second baseman, coming in right fielder, and Aaron Davis makes the play for out number 2 in the Cougars' second.
The third baseman, number 14, Jace Gully.
That brings to the plate Jace Gully. So if the Cougars are to take a lead again, it's going to take a 2-out hit for Jace Gully. Pitch taken high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Swing and a miss. Count evens at 1-1. Preston Flick has come in there and done a nice job so far for Harrison, giving them some good relief innings. Pitch is low, and that gets away. Wild pitch. We'll move the runner over to third as the count goes to 2 balls and 1 strike on Gully. Gully up there now, J.J. Vogel waiting on deck. There's a swing and a pop up to left. Out in left field, Mitchell Mercurio. He will make the catch, and that'll do it for Edgewood in the bottom half of the second inning. They get a leadoff single from Downey, but he's stranded in the inning for the Cougars. No runs on 1 hit. There were no errors. 1 runner left on base. We're through 2 complete with the score. Harrison 4, Edgewood 4. All right, we're back at the ballpark, and we do want to get a couple more shout-outs in. We want to make sure we get everybody here between innings as we head to the top of the third. We got Andrea Hobson. Andrea, dedicated Edgewood High School staff member, good friend. Andrea, thanks for tuning in. Means a lot. Also, Clifton Jarvis. You know, Rich, Clifton Jarvis is the man who hangs up the, well, he donated. Let's just say he donated our new and improved camera holder for the girls softball games, and now using it as well for the baseball games. So good guy, Clifton Jarvis. Clifton, thanks for tuning in. All right, we're ready for some baseball here as the Harrison Wildcats come up in the top of the third. They'll send up
the first baseman, number 7, David Baldock.
So David Baldock steps in. He struck out his first time up there against Downey. That pitch is taken inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. And we are locked in a good one here in Centerville. And a long way to go in this one. Fastball also taken low. 2 balls and no strikes. I hope Downey's really able to settle in here, but he's starting to get up there in pitches, and we need a quick inning here. We need a quick inning. There's a grounder towards second. Moving over, making a nice play is the second baseman for the Cougars. That's Brady Bauman. And it goes 4-3 for out number 1. Nice play by Brady Bauman.
The center fielder, number 9, Kyle Davidson.
Stepping in is Kyle Davidson. Kyle Davidson popped out to first. That was in foul territory. And moving over to make that play was J.J. Vogel. That was in the last out of the first inning. Curveball, that's right there. No balls and 1 strike to Kyle Davidson. He'll be followed by Derek Stigler, the second baseman for the Wildcats. Curveball, that's there. Strike 2. No balls and 2 strikes. So no balls, 2 strikes. Pitch, there's the one. That's the one we've been waiting on. Curveball on the outer half, and Davidson fished for it, and that is out number 2. That's the one. Started in the middle of the plate, break it off to the outside dirt, and you'll get some guys chasing it. And hopefully that's a sign of he's found that pitch, because that was tremendous. Fastball low, 1 ball, no strikes.
At the plate, second baseman, number 5, Derek Stigler.
Derek Stigler, first time up, popped out on that amazing play by shortstop Chase Resch. If you remember that one, I put a star on that one for the highlights.
Yes, sir.
And it was beautiful. Just a fantastic play from Chase Resch.
That's the play of the game so far.
I wish I could do that. 1 ball and 2 strikes on that fastball right down the middle. So Downey trying to make quick work of Harrison here in the third. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs, the pitch. Changeup, bounce to short, Resch charges. He's up with it, throws across the diamond to Vogel. In time, that goes 6-3, and the Cougars are out of it in order. The Harrison Wildcats in the top half of the third inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 2.5 with the score remaining. Harrison 4, Edgewood 4. All right, here we go. We're ready for the home half of the third inning. Get a quick shout out here. Rusty Breedlove. Rusty Breedlove, the grounds supervisor. Do it all. I mean, he's not limited. He does everything around our district.
He's day off today. He didn't have to get the diamond ready for us. Well, he did have to get the diamond ready for that tournament, though.
Yeah, Rusty Breedlove, Edgewood grad. Great guy. Hard worker is Rusty Breedlove, and a big fan of Cougar athletics. So a big shout out to Rusty Breedlove. Rusty, we appreciate you following the Cougars. Pitch taken high, 2 balls and no strikes to Vogel. Cougars.
I remember Rusty is a pretty good football player.
I remember that as well. And Breedlove's just good people. Across the board, whole family, good people. Count goes to 3-0 on Vogel. Roman Smith will wait on deck to be followed by Carter Breedlove. Fastball on the inside corner. Count goes to 3-1. Three-one pitch fouled over the Harrison dugout, and the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes as Hope plate umpire Matthew Jennings needs baseballs. Pitch taken high for ball 4, and the leadoff hitter is reached for the second time, J.J. Vogel on a walk.
The right fielder, number 28, Roman Smith.
So no out walk or a leadoff walk by Vogel brings to the plate Roman Smith. He walked his first time up there. You're going to need to check this out between innings, but I think as a combined effort, we may be approaching 6 or 7 walks in this game, if not more. I know Harrison right now has 4. They've walked 4 batters. Roman Smith in there, the pitch, swinging a drive to right. That's sinking and a tough play, but made. A sinking line drive goes out to right fielder Aaron Davis. He's up to the task. Nice play out there by Aaron Davis.
The center fielder, number 34, Carter Breedlove.
So a nice hit by Roman Smith. That was sinking hard towards the right field line, but moving over to make the play was Aaron Davis. That brings up Carter Breedlove. He had a sacrifice fly out to right field that scored a run, and he half swings at a pitch that's called a strike. No balls and 1 strike to Carter Breedlove. There's a pop-up behind the plate and out of play. Count now 0-2 as this game's got a little bit of a rhythm to it now. Swing and a pop-up. Right over near the third base line, coming in to make the catch is the third baseman Tucker Ward. So a fly out to the third baseman for out number 2.
The catcher, number 99, John Rivera.
John Rivera steps in for Edgewood. He's a senior. Flew out to center field his first time. Swing and a miss. Count 0-1. Had John Rivera in class this semester. That just ended, and he's just a fun kid to be around. There's a line drive right at the left field. He hardly moves a step, and a line out to left field will end the inning for the Cougars. They get no runs, no hits, no errors, 1 runner left on base, and we're through 3 complete with the score remaining. Harrison 4, Edgewood 4. back in Centerville, all set for some baseball here as we move to the top of the fourth inning. And the Harrison Wildcats will have 8-9-1 up as we get ready for that. Got another shout out to get to.
Leading off, the shortstop, number 3, Ryan Stigler.
Joe Fryer. Joe Fryer, former Edgewood baseball player, nice little left-handed pitcher, now a longtime member of the teaching staff at the elementary level. As he was 6th grade, I believe, or 5th grade, when I was over at 7 Mile, does an outstanding job. Great teacher, great man. So we appreciate you watching, Joe. Go Cougars. There is the first pitch, and that's taken for a ball. Pitch just misses on the outside for ball 2. Ryan Stigler, first time walked and scored on a balk. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1. That caught the top half of the zone. 2 balls and 1 strike to Stigler. Aaron Davis, who had to hit his first time, waits on deck. Curveball, that comes around the plate, ball 3. There's a swing and a grounder to short. Up with it is Resch. He throws across the diamond to Vogel. And that goes 6-3 for out number 1.
The right fielder, number 30, Aaron Davis.
So Aaron Davis, we mentioned, singled his first time. He also scored. And he scored on the error by center fielder Carter Breedlove. Downey, there it is. Oh, that's what I like to see, him hitting that outside corner. That's such a good pitch. Just missed, a little below the knees. Fastball, that's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to Davis. They'll flip the lineup over to Mitchell Mercurio. There's another strike. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Of course, Davis's single was laced on a line drive right down the right field line. Curveball taken low. Count 2-2. Roman Smith on that play ran over there, cut that off, held him to a single. Centerville High School, home of the Elks. And, of course, a Rich. There's a ground ball to second. Fielding it is Bauman. Goes to first. And that goes 4-3 for out number 2 of the inning. And back to the top of the order. But, yes, Centerville Elks.
The left fielder, number 1, Mitchell Mercurio.
Of course, one of their all-time great alums I played baseball with in a summer league many years ago, and that being Kirk Herbstreit. If you've heard that name, there's a bolt. That ball is going to be, oh, what a catch! In left, what a catch by Miller Fall. That ball was crushed on a line, and jumping up to make the play is Miller Fall to end the inning. The Harrison Wildcats go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base.
In the inning, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. At the end of 3 1/2, the Cougars 4, the Wildcats 4.
Again, no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base, and we're now through 3 1/2 with the score remaining. The Harrison Wildcats 4, the Edgewood Cougars 4. We'll be right back. back at the ball yard, ready for the home half of the fourth inning. It'll be Miller Fall, Carson Downey, and Chase Resch to face left-hander Preston Flick. A lot of scoring early. Things have slowed down of late. And Miller Fall, his first time up there, flew out to center field. Miller looks to get things going. Pitch taken inside for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Winner of this game will face Loveland next Wednesday, I believe. We'll double check that. There's a fly ball to center. That should be routine. And the center fielder out there, Kyle Davidson, squeezes it for out number 1.
The pitcher, number 39, Carson Downey.
But again, the winner of this game earlier today, Anderson, shut out Kings by a final score. Or not Anderson, Loveland. Did that on the way here, Rich.
Yes, you did.
Loveland with the 6-0 win over Kings today. And they will play in that game next Wednesday at Day Air Ballpark. And if you're wondering, that's the home of the Dayton Dragons. Foul back to the screen, 0-1 on Carson Downey. Our next shout out, Becca Carter. Becca C., a great former student at Edgewood. Everybody likes Becca. Becca also does the advertising board for Edgewood at home football games, and we appreciate that. So Becca, big shout out to you watching this one from home.
In her day in high school, she did a lot of the media stuff, running scoreboards and taking tickets.
Got a beautiful little girl now.
Yes.
And that's called strike 3. And down on strikes is Carson Downey. That's looking. And with 2 outs, that brings up Chase Resch.
The shortstop, number 15, Chase Resch.
What inning do you have? Do you know the inning?
We're in the
Bottom 4. So Chase Resch steps in. Chase so far 0 for 1. He walked and scored. And I believe that pitch was called a strike. I was looking down. That pitch is outside. 1 ball and 1 strike on Resch. Again, he's 1 for 2. Walked and scored in the first. Reached on a fielder's choice, or thrown out on a fielder's choice his second time up. That pitch is high. 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. The pitch taken high, 3-1. Of course, it'd be nice to get Resch on. We all know about his exploits on the bases. 32 steals. And what do we have here? Three balls, 1 strike. Pitch inside for ball 4, and Resch reaches. Resch reaches on a base on balls, brings up Brady Bauman.
The second baseman, number 24, Brady Bauman.
So Resch over there at first. I'm going to predict, well, with a lefty, that may change things a little bit. I don't think they're going to wait around long to get Resch on the move. Try to get into scoring position for Bauman. Bunt, and a good one. Bunting for a hit with 2 outs. Fielded, thrown to first in time. Nice play by the third baseman, Tucker Ward. That goes 5-3, and the Cougars are out in the home 4th. No runs, no hits, no errors. 1 runner left on base. We're through 4 complete. Score still tied, 4-4. All right, folks. We are all set for the top half of the fifth inning. It'll be 2-3-4 coming to the plate for Harrison. Tucker Ward will lead things off. Curveball taken high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes. Tucker Ward reached on a fielder's choice, scored on a balk his first time, and then struck out in the second. Back up there now to lead off the fifth. There's a swing and a foul to right. Count evens at 1-1. Cougar outfield shallow. When you look at them out there, relatively shallow, especially in center. Carter Breedlove, he's going to get anything in front of him for sure. If they get a hold of one, he's going to have to get on it, and he's got the speed to do it. That's a strike. Beautiful pitch. Downey pouring the fastball in there. Tucker Ward. There's a swing and a foul over near first. That's right into the crowd. One ball, 2 strikes. Take a look at our cameras. Still looking good. Still looking good out there. Curveball, there's the one. Swing and a miss on the outside. Tucker Ward down on strikes to lead off the fifth. And that's going to bring to the plate Drew Baker.
The designated hitter, number 13, Drew Baker.
Drew Baker in this one, 1 for 1, singled and was stranded in the first, walked and was stranded in the second. So we've picked things up in a hurry on game time as both pitchers seem to be settled in at least a little more now. There's a fastball right down the middle. Count 0-1 to Drew Baker, Jr., designated hitter. Fastball outside. Downey seems to be a little bit more reliant on his fastball, and he gets it up there pretty good. I think he's been clocked in the high 80s, if not low 90s this year. There's a chopper to short. Up with it is Resch. He throws across the diamond to J.J. Vogel for out number 2. That goes 6-3. And stepping in is catcher Cameron Innaking.
The catcher, number 0, Cameron Innaking.
Innaking so far today, 1 for 2, singled in the first, struck out to end the second. Fastball, called a strike on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike to Innaking, senior catcher, Cameron Innaking. Curveball flown to left. Miller Fall moving over towards the line, and he squeezes it for out number 3, and that will do it for Harrison in the top half of the fifth. They get no runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 4.5. It's stretch time in Centerville. The score, Edgewood 4, Harrison 4. All right, we're back at the ballpark. Gonna have a couple minutes here before we start the home fifth. Got a couple more shout outs to read. Tuning into the Cougars today, Cameron Earls. Cameron, Edgewood alum, back in the day. Follow this guy on Facebook. Wonderful family, good guy all around. Cameron, awesome that you're tuning in to follow your Cougars, man. We love it. Also, Jake Elmlinger. Jake Elmlinger, I believe he's tuned in from another location. He's not watching at home, folks. He's on the road. So I believe he's on the road following the Cougars today. Not sure where he mentioned he was at, but when you're watching from outside of your home, that makes you a super fan. So we're going to give Elmlinger super fan status today. All right, folks, we are now ready for baseball as
At the plate, the third baseman, number 14, Chase Scully.
so Jay Scully steps in. Preston Flick still out there. Fastball right down the middle for strike one. And I've risen. I've risen up here in the booth. I was seated for the first 4.5, or make that 3.5, sorry. No, we're in the bottom of the fifth, 4.5. And I just had to stand up. My back was starting to have some issues. It's what happens when you get old, folks. It's just the way it is. There's a swing and a miss, and down on strikes is Jay Scully to lead off the Cougars' fifth.
The first baseman, number 11, J.J. Vogel.
So Gully down on strikes. We were mentioning earlier, I never got to tell this, but a summer ball teammate of mine way back, there's a strike to Vogel, was world famous announcer and former Ohio State Buckeye quarterback, that being Kirk Herbstreit, was a summer baseball teammate of mine. What a lot of people don't realize is that Herbstreit also, in addition to being the quarterback at Ohio State, also played baseball for the Buckeyes. There's a swing and a foul to right field, so hanging in there is J.J. Vogel, but Kirk Herbstreit, he wouldn't know me now if I walked right up to him, but he was a good teammate and obviously a ridiculously talented athlete, and he came from right here in Centerville, Ohio. Change up. Wow, that was a nice pitch. And that was a beautiful 0-2 pitch. That was some kind of all speed. And Vogel thankfully didn't chase it, but you would understand it if he would have. There's a swing and a grounder to third. Up with it is Tucker Ward. He throws across the diamond to David Baldock. That's in time. Goes 5-3 to retire Vogel.
The right fielder, number 28, Roman Smith.
Roman Smith stepping up there. Roman 0 for 1, walked and was stranded in the first. Flew out to right in the third. There's a pitch taken inside for a ball. Oh, what I wouldn't give to see Roman square one up right here like he did at Miami yesterday. Pitch taken high for a ball, ball two. Got a hitter's count. Man, these kind of games are fun to watch, but I'm glad I'm watching. There's a swing and a flare into short right field, and that's going to be a diving no. That's dropped and a base hit for Roman Smith. So Roman singles to right.
The center fielder, number 34, Carter Breedlove.
So that was a flare out into short right. Aaron Davis, who's made a ton of plays today for Harrison, laid out for that ball. And it looked like from here that he caught it. But that did get out of his glove, and Roman Smith is rewarded with a base hit. Carter Breedlove steps in for the Cougars, 0 for 1 today. There's a swing and a foul straight up and out of here. No balls and 1 strike. Breedlove sacrifice fly and an RBI in the first and flew out to the third baseman, Tucker Ward. That was in the third. There's a swing and a ground ball to third. That one is tough play, and everybody's going to be safe. Breedlove with a lot of speed, and that caught the third baseman, Tucker Ward, between hops. And that's still, you got to make tough calls up here, but I'm going to go with an error. All right, what are your guys' mindsets on that up here?
The catcher, number 99, John Rivera.
So the press box is in agreement up here. E5. That is an E5 on Tucker Ward, and runners now at first and second for the Cougars. And the first pitch to John Rivera is fouled off, and the count is 0-1. So the go-ahead run now at second base in the form of Roman Smith. And any hit now with the speed out there of Roman Smith and also Carter Breedlove. A lot of speedy guys out there. I'd love to see a gapper here from John Rivera. He does have 1 home run on the season. There's a swing and line drive right at the third baseman. What a play. Nice catch, but right at him as John Rivera squared it up. But a line out to the third baseman to end the Cougars' threat in the fifth. In the inning, the Cougars get no runs on a total of 1 hit. There was 1 error and 2 runners left on base. And we are now through 5 complete. Score remains Harrison 4, Edgewood 4. All right, back here for the top half of the 6th. We've reached the crucial innings in a 4-4 game. Coming to bat for the Harrison Wildcats, they're at 5, 6, 7 in their order. Leading off, first baseman David Baldock. David Baldock, 0 for 2 so far in this one. Downey's still out there. And the pitch, that's a check swing. He went too far, that's a strike. No balls and 1 strike on Baldock. To be followed by Kyle Davidson and Derek Stigler. There's a pitch right on the outside. Beautiful pitch right there from Carson Downey. No balls and 2 strikes. Baldock waving the bat around in there. Here comes the 0-2. Swinging a foul straight back. He's right on that one. Count remains 0-2. Ben Turner and Austin Hatfield, head coaches. The wheels are spinning. This is where you moment in games where coaching can play a big time factor in putting your kids in the right positions to win close games. Pitch is taken high, 1 ball and 2 strikes. A couple of good baseball coaches. You're playing in district finals. You're doing something right. So hats off to Ben Turner and Austin Hatfield. Sadly, one of these teams is going to walk away a loser on the scoreboard. Foul ball, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Man, any little play here, any base runner, everything sort of gets magnified in late innings. The 1-2. Curveball low. Count evens at 2-2. Pitch is inside, and the count is run full to David Baldock. Baldock came into this game hitting .327. 3-2 pitch, swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Baldock. It's going to bring to the plate Kyle Davidson.
The center fielder, number 9, Kyle Davidson.
So a big clutch 3-2 pitch from Carson Downey. Kyle Davidson so far in this one 0 for 2. Bunt attempt, pulled back, called strike. No balls, 1 strike. Curveball, swing and a miss. 0-2. I know our wonderful presence with us typically. There's strike 3 on a curveball. Froze him. Down on strikes goes Kyle Davidson. 2 up, 2 down. Brings to the plate Derek Stigler.
The second baseman, number 5, Derek Stigler.
So quickly 2 outs. Fastball foul back. Good swing there from Stigler. No balls, 1 strike. Cougar infield and outfield very much straight away. Curveball came around the outside for a ball. 1 ball and 1 strike. That thing has a lot of bite to it. One, swing and a miss. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes. 2 outs, top 6. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Derek Stigler, and he strikes out the side, does Carson Downey. For Harrison in the top half of the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the home 6th with the score remaining. Edgewood 4, Harrison 4. All set for the home sixth. It'll be Miller Fall, Carson Downey, and Chase Resch to face Preston Flick. Preston Flick came on with what appears to be nobody out in the first inning. And he has pitched since that and done a tremendous job of holding down the Cougars as they scored 4 in that first inning, none of which were charged to Flick. And he's pretty much locked down the Cougars since then. Fastball taken high, ball 1. Fall in this game, fly out to center, fly out to center. 0 for 2. Fastball right down the middle, strike 1, 1 ball, 1 strike. Big shout out to my good friend Kevin Bernhardt. Big shout out to my good friend. Kevin, assistant softball coach for Kings. There's a swing and a foul. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Kevin, if you're watching, I know a lot of the times you are. If you are, thank you so much for your friendship. And we will be out to see you, Barbara and I, tomorrow as the Kings Knights take on the Little Miami Panthers over at Mason. And we will be at that game to cheer on the Knights and to also cheer on our good friend, Coach Kevin Bernhardt. Pitch is taken for a ball. Count goes to 2-2. There's a swing and a pop-up. Short left field. Coming in Mercurio. He's calling it. And he's got it for out number 1. Fly out to left. And that'll bring to the plate Carson Downey.
The pitcher, number 39, Carson Downey.
Carson Downey steps in. That's a strike. Right on the inside corner. No balls and 1 strike. Downey so far in this one, 1 for 2, single and a strikeout. That's on the inside corner. 0-2 as Flick seems to be getting on the hands of Downey. No balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. There's a swing and a grounder to second. Charging is Derek Stigler. He throws to first in time. That goes 4-3 for out number 2. And in steps leadoff hitter Chase Resch.
The shortstop, number 15, Chase Resch.
Now, I've noticed in this game what was a fairly significant breeze, about 11 miles an hour. That has calmed a great deal. Still a little bit of wind out there, but not moving the flag too much. And really pretty much a non-factor. There's a pitch taken high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to Resch. Resch in this game walked and scored in the first. Ground out to second in the second. And a walk again in the fourth. He's 0 for 1 with a run scored. There's a swing and a foul down the left field line. 1 ball and 1 strike. One pitch. Oh my goodness. Outside strike, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Resch, left-handed batter, waves the bat around and the pitch. Curveball, that is outside. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two pitch. Curveball, swing and a miss. And down on strikes is Chase Resch to end the Cougars' sixth. For the Cougars, they go down in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the seventh, all locked up at 4.
In the inning.
All right, here we go, folks. It's time to see who's capable of stepping up here and moving their team towards a victory. It'll be Carson Downey out there for the Cougars. Carson, complete game effort so far. Pitch is taken outside for a ball to Ryan Stigler, 8-9-1.
At the plate, the shortstop, Ryan Stigler.
1-0 pitch, called strike. And the count evens at 1-1 to Ryan Stigler. Walked and scored on a balk back in the second inning and grounded out to short in the fourth. Fastball low. 2 balls and 1 strike. 8-9-1. Aaron Davis to be followed by Mitchell Mercurio. Downey ready with the 2-1. Curveball right there, strike 2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. And man, this is why baseball is a great, great sport. I mean, this game is fantastic now. Two. Curveball, check swing. Did not swing, and the count goes to 3 balls and 2 strikes. They appeal. First base umpire Steve Marshall says no swing. I think he got that right. 3-2 pitch. And time called. So 3 balls, 2 strikes. Ryan Stigler, a junior. Three-two. There's a swing and a fly into short right. Coming in is making the play is Roman Smith. And that is out number 1 on the fly out to right.
The right fielder, number 30, Aaron Davis.
It's going to bring to the plate Aaron Davis. Aaron Davis singled and scored in the second, and he grounded out to second in the fourth. And what was a wild scoring affair through 2 innings, we've hit the stall button. And now it's come down to the crunch time. Curveball over the head. If you're going to do that, it's best to do it with nobody on base. 1 ball, no strikes. This is a key batter. This is a key batter right here for both teams. If Edgewood can get Aaron Davis, that'll obviously be 2 outs in the top of the order. He gets on, you got a runner on and the top of the order. Very, very big at bat for Aaron Davis. Fastball low, 2 balls and no strikes. Need to force him to swing the bat right here. If the team hits, they earned it. We don't want to give it to them. 2-0, Downey ready. Fastball outside, and the count goes to 3-0. Mitchell Mercurio waiting on deck, left fielder, a senior. 3-0 pitch. Curveball for a strike. We told you he'll throw that pitch in any count. I mean, he knows that's his pitch, and he'll throw it. (3-1). Curveball, swing and a miss. Count goes to 3-2 as Downey in a 3-0 hole is battled back to a full count to Aaron Davis. Curveball and check swing. They're going to appeal maybe, but no, and that's a base on balls. Aaron Davis walks.
Number 1, the left fielder, Mitchell Mercurio.
Top of the inning, and with that, the Edgewood head coach, Austin Hatfield, will go out to the mound to talk to his pitcher, and the entire infield will join in. While that happens, I just got a text from my good friend, Travis Beck, complimenting our efforts up here in the booth. Said he's watching and says to you and I both, Rich, outstanding job. So to my good friend Travis, his daughter just got married. That would be Emma, his daughter, married out in Utah last weekend. I saw some video highlights of that. And you talk about a beautiful wedding. That was a beautiful wedding. So shout out to Travis. Thanks for the kind words. Give all our best to Sharice as well. And glad you guys are tuned in. So the meeting on the mound is broken up. Mitchell Mercurio in this game, 1 for 3, single first, error, reached on an error in the second, and in the fourth, lined out to left field on a nice play by Miller Fall. So Mercurio, a good, talented hitter, against Downey with a runner at first. We'll see if Aaron Davis is on the move. I don't think that they put a pinch runner out there while we were on that break, but I can't see it. Yeah, that's still number 30, so no pinch runner. And Davis takes his lead. Be interesting to see if they put him in motion. And there he goes. Fake bunt, throw down to second, right on the money, and they got him. A huge play from John Rivera as he cuts down the would-be base stealer in Aaron Davis. That goes 2-4, I believe, on that putout. 2-4, and that is the second out of the inning. What a throw and tag. Oh, my goodness. We got something going on. And I'm not sure what we've got here, folks, but I think that we got a Joe Downey sighting, ladies and gentlemen. I think we got a nosebleed for our pitcher. Carson Downey dealing with a nosebleed, but that gives us an opportunity. We hope he's okay. You talk about a gamer. It's going to take a lot to get him to come out of the game. But Joe Downey, what's been said all season long, one of the best trainers there is. In all of Ohio is Joe Downey head trainer across all sports for the Cougars. First class human being. Just love that guy. So Joe, great job of getting Carson back out there. A nice round of applause from the fans. But Joe Downey, one of the best in the business. What a big throw by John Rivera.
Right on the money.
Johnny.
Well, you know the line.
Hey, he was born to be a catcher.
Thank you.
That's it, man. That is it. Big caught stealing. And I don't know what that first pitch was. I believe it was a strike. It looked like it was down the middle. Well, we'll find out here in a minute. I'm going strike. That thing looked like it caught the plate from back here. We'll see if we're right or wrong. Either way, leadoff hitter Mitchell Mercurio still in there. Curveball flown into shallow center. Late jump for Breedlove, but he's under it, and he's got it. And that'll do it for the Harrison Wildcats in the top half of the 7th inning. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We're through 6.5 with the score. Harrison 4, Edgewood 4. Back in Centerville, here we go, folks. Home half of the 7th inning, 2-3-4 to face Preston Flick. And what do you say, Rich? I say let's get a run and go home.
Let's get a run and go home. I could use another ice cream.
Well, we knew that, Rich. We knew that was coming.
Leading off for the Cougars, number 24, Brady Bauman.
So Brady Bauman will lead things off here for the Cougars. Brady in this game 0 for 3. Brady Bauman 0 for 3 in this game. Reached on an error, fly out to right, ground out to third. He steps in there for his 4th plate appearance, to be followed by Jace Gully and J.J. Vogel. What a game. First pitch, taken low and outside for a ball. The Cougar dugout starting to roar. They know what's in play here. And a run will end this one. Brady Bauman, 1-0 pitch. That's a pitch taken low. Count goes to 2-0. And I would assume Bauman would be given the take sign here, unless it's something he really likes, because you need base runner. You need a base runner to lead off the inning. 2-0 pitch. Here it comes. Inside. Count 3-0. 3 balls and no strikes. 3-0, 4-4 game, bottom 7. That's high, ball 4. And the Cougars have a leadoff walk. And that brings to the plate Jace Gully. So here comes the coaching staff. Looks like that's probably the head coach. Head coach Ben Turner. And he's bringing an arm with him. So we do have a pitching change. And we'll see what they're doing here. What a fantastic job by Preston Flick. And he has been removed. But kudos to that young man. That young man came in and blanked the Cougars for 6 innings. He is responsible for the runner at first, so he could stand to be the losing pitcher, as that runner is his responsibility. But what a pitching outing today from Preston Flick. Amazing. Got another left-hander. And we'll get this uniform number for you. I'll give you his name in just a second. Let's see what we got here, Rich. It is number 7. So we've been told that that's number 7 out there. And looking at their roster, number 7 is David Baldock. So he's moving from first base, which means we've got a new first baseman out there. And
now pitching for the Wildcats, number 7, David Baldock.
Jacob Fells is the first baseman, number 2. Jacob Fells.
So that.
Fells is first base.
So David Baldock into pitch, relieving Preston Flick. Baldock now moves from first base to pitcher. And what was the number on the new first baseman?
Yeah, number 2.
Jake Fells.
Yes.
Jake Fells is the new first baseman for Harrison. And Baldock gets his warm-up pitches in. Cougars now at 3. You would have to expect that if Jace Gully has an ability to lay one down here, that he would be bunting to give J.J. Vogel and or Roman Smith a chance to walk this one off. So I'm sure that is being discussed out on the mound by Coach Turner on what they're going to do if this is a bunt. Excitement galore here in Centerville. Cougars look to advance to the regional semifinals where they were 1 year ago in Xenia. The pitch. Curveball low. 1 ball and no strikes. No sign of the bunt there for Brady Bauman. So he may be swinging away. Make no mistake, Gully with a very high batting average. That pitch is low. 2 balls and no strikes. And this has got to be take to a strike, doesn't it, Rich? I hope. But if he rips one in the gap, I love it. Pitches in the inside corner for a strike. 2 balls and 1 strike. Got a text or a message from my good high school friend Mark Reed, Talawanda High. He's tuned in. There's a swing and a miss, runner on the move. Throw down to second is not in time, and a stolen base for Brady Bauman, a big one, as the count moves to 2-2. On Jace Gully, and he certainly will be swinging away now. Rich, it's just you and I alone up here, buddy. So our scoreboard is now nowhere to be found. All right, here we go, folks. 2-2 delivery, base hit. There's a grounder up the middle. That's fielded cleanly, but a great at bat. Great at bat by Jace Gully. That goes 4-3. They're playing a little Cougar ball. You're playing a little Cougar small ball from back in the day, circa 2005. So the winning run now 90 feet away, and it'll be interesting to see how this is played by Harrison. The infield will definitely be in. Rich, there is 1 out. So we may see, I think we're going to see the bat taken out of the hands of Vogel. I don't think they'll pitch to 4-hole, but we'll see. There goes, obviously, infield in. Harrison's already done that. And it does appear that they're going to pitch to Vogel. Nope, there's the walk. So Vogel has been directed to take first base. And now runners at first and third for Roman Smith, and they may do it again. They may do it again. And
Now batting, the right fielder, number 28, Roman Smith.
I think if you're going to do one, you might as well do two in the event that you get a comebacker and can get the double play home to first. And they did it. So there's another intentional walk. And the bases are now loaded. Intentional walk to Vogel. Intentional walk to Roman Smith. And the bases are loaded for Carter Breedlove due up.
Now batting, the center fielder, number 34, Carter Breedlove.
So anything over the infield here, and for a hit, the Cougars are going to walk this one off. And if that happens, you're going to see a pile up. But I don't want to jinx it. So the Cougars in a prime position, bases loaded, one out, bottom seven, 4-4 game. And those kids from Harrison have played hard today. What a great baseball game. So Carter Breedlove, last year in the regionals, I think he was the MVP of that game up in Xenia, even though that was a losing effort. But Carter Breedlove stepped up big that day in Xenia, and we need him right here. So Carter Breedlove, David Baldock over there pitching, and nowhere to put anybody. So he's got to bring it to Carter Breedlove, and here we go, folks. Breedlove waves the bat around. Here comes the pitch. There's a swing and a foul ball. Count 0-1 as Carter Breedlove up there swinging. Man, this turf, it gets on you quick when you're in the infield, drawn in like that. Beat it into the ground hard, and it'll be on those guys quick. 0-1 delivery. Here it comes. Squeeze, and that's bunted foul. So a foul ball. So the Edgewood Cougars did put on the squeeze. And now 0-2 to Carter Breedlove. He's got to protect right here. Got to put it in play. Waiting on deck for his turn is John Rivera. And he, along with everybody else supporting the Cougar Blue, hope he doesn't get the chance. Because that would mean the Cougars won this game. 0-2. Here it comes. There's a chopper towards second. Between hops, throw to the plate in time. That's a force play, and they got him. That play goes 4-2 on the force out at home. Everybody else moves up. A fielder's choice for Carter Breedlove. And the bases remain loaded now with 2 outs for John Rivera. Rivera 0 for 3 so far.
At the plate, the catcher, number 99, John Rivera.
So the winning run over at third now is Vogel, but there's 2 big outs. And John Rivera looks to be the hero. There's a swing and a grounder in the hole. Cut off by the third baseman, throw across the diamond is in time. That goes 5-3. And the Edgewood Cougars fail to score after loading the bases with 1 out. So in the inning for Edgewood, no runs. They had a total of no hits. There were no errors and 3 big runners left on base. We head to extra innings. Free baseball here in Centerville with the score. Harrison 4 and Edgewood 4.
This is
Back in
Harrison,
Centerville,
Edgewood.
extra innings as the Cougars loaded the bases
And I
but
think
were unable to
that's
score.
nobody. There's only one
And
guy.
that's going to bring to the plate for Harrison 2, 3, and 4 in their batting
Say
order.
this, whoever this guy is presents.
And Carson Downey's still out there for the Cougars. Carson Downey,
Leave this part out.
gutsy effort.
Well, hopefully to Harrison.
Tucker Ward steps in. He's 0 for 3. Fielder's choice, strikeout, strikeout.
Not over yet.
Comes the first pitch of the 8th. That's on the outside corner for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Curveball popped up in foul territory. Rivera's going to have room. Oh, what an effort by John Rivera. But it falls. Foul ball 0-2. What an effort by John Rivera. He nearly came up with that baseball. Nice try. Gotta love to see guys laying out like that.
Such a hustling kid. Such a hustler.
That was awesome. 0-2 the count. Pitch is high. 1 ball and 2 strikes as Tucker Ward tried to call timeout again. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. Curveball laced into left field, a base hit. A single by Tucker Ward on a curveball. So a leadoff single here, and that brings to the plate Drew Baker.
A designated hitter, number 13, Drew Baker.
Just got a text from Edgewood head basketball coach Jason Osterman. He's tuned in. Cougar Nation is out in force for this one as we've reached extra innings. Thanks for joining us, Coach. Drew Baker in there. We'll see if they're giving him the bunt. 3-hole hitter, I would doubt it. There's a swing and a grounder right at second.
Oh, shucks.
They get the out though. So Bauman bobbled it. That allowed the runner to move up to second, but a 4-3 putout over at first. Now the runner's in scoring position for Cameron Inniking.
The catcher, 0, Cameron Inniking.
John Rivera will go out to the mound. So Cameron Inniking with a base open. Yeah, it's looking at these players' numbers. It's hard to put him on, even though it gives you a chance at a double play. But that on deck batter, Baldock, is a pretty good hitter. All right, here we go. Runner at second, 1 out. And here's the pitch. Curveball fouled off. No balls and 1 strike. Cameron Inniking in this game, 1 for 3. Singled in the first, struck out in the second, flew out to left in the 5th. Back up there in the 8th. Fastball just off the outside edge. 1 ball and 1 strike. Rich, how you doing over there?
I'm nervous. I'm
There
standing.
you have it, folks. Rich Hazelwood.
Oh, this is exciting.
It is that. Timeout called at the plate.
Pressure's on him. Let's go, Zero.
We are 2 hours and 28 minutes into this game, and Edgewood still has to take their turn in the 8th. Second extra inning game. Curveball inside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Second extra inning game of the postseason for Harrison. Of course, they pulled out a 14-10 win on Tuesday
Shout out to
over
my son.
Northmont.
Shout out to my son, Jeff.
All right, we got a shout out to Jeff Hazelwood from his dad up here. Jeff, glad you're watching with us. There's a swing and a miss. Count 2-2. So Jeff Hazelwood tuning in from Indy.
Greenfield, Indiana.
Greenfield. All right. We appreciate you, Jeff.
I was just there all weekend for 500. We stayed green.
2 balls,
stayed
2 strikes, 1 out.
My
Hannah
son-
King
my son.
steps away
a
and
nice little town.
Carson Downey steps off. Two delivery. Pickoff play.
Got it.
And the Cougars tried a pickoff play. And that didn't work. Not a bad try there, though. Not a bad try. Not bad to put on. There's nothing at risk there because your pitcher never even threw the ball. So. Two balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. Go ahead, run at second. Top 8. Curveball bounced down to first. Up with it is J.J. Vogel. He'll take it to the bag himself. That goes 3 unassisted for out number 2. But on the play, moving up to third base is Tucker Ward, who led off the inning with a single. That brings to the plate David Baldock. And Edgewood, his head coach, is headed to the mound. And that's going to do it. That is going to do it for Carson Downey. And what an effort. What an effort by Carson Downey. Rise to your feet for that young man. Now that Carson's out of the game, just so you know, folks, from the second inning on until that leadoff single in the 8th, so 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, no hit baseball, no hits.
125 pitches according to Game Changer.
125. In the pitch for the Cougars. Let's get a new pitcher in there. Kason Breedlove wearing uniform 0.
Now pitching for the Cougars. 0, Kason Breedlove.
So Kason Breedlove takes the mound in relief of Carson Downey. And that's senior tonight for the Cougars. Hats off to him. Hats off to Carson Downey. So Kason Breedlove in. Downey's still the DH. So he will be able to hit in his normal slot if that spot should come up in the bottom of the 8th. But right now it's imperative that John Rivera is a wall behind the plate to block anything downstairs. So Kason Breedlove, a freshman, against David Baldock, a junior. Kason, the younger brother of center fielder Carter Breedlove. Pitch, curveball taken low. Ball 1. 1 ball and no strikes. Both dugouts risen to their feet. Here's the pitch. Curveball right there, strike 1. One thing that I can assure you about Kason Breedlove, the moment is not too big. This young man plays a tough summer schedule. Excuse me, and he's a good player. There's a swing and a drive to center. Back on it is Breedlove, and he makes the catch. What a job by Kason Breedlove to come in and get out of that inning as Carter Breedlove ranges back into center field to end the threat of the Harrison Wildcats in the top of the 8th inning. So for the Harrison Wildcats in the top half of the 8th, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, 1 runner left on base. We head to the bottom of 8 with the score remaining. Harrison Wildcats 4, the Edgewood Cougars 4. Here we go. All set for action. Home 8th. It'll be Miller Fall, Carson Downey, and Chase Resch.
Leading off for the Cougars,
Oh, I see.
the left fielder, number 20, Miller Fall. I have to keep myself from saying Kevin. I do that from time to time.
Okay, Miller Fall in there, waving the bat around. Here comes the pitch. That's taken for a strike. Count moves to 0-1. Cougar contingent in the stands thought that was high. No balls, 1 strike. David Baldock still out there. That pitch is taken outside for a ball, 1 ball and 1 strike. One. Curveball, that's outside. 2 balls and 1 strike. Deliveries roped into left field, but foul. That would have been a for sure double, but it's foul down that left field line. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Good contact from Miller Fall. Count evens at 2-2. This is something else. Two, swung on, grounded towards the hole. Miller with speed. He's motoring down the line, though the first is in time. In time, that goes 6-3 on a nice play by Ryan Stigler for out number 1.
The designated hitter, number 39, Carson Downey.
Hey, another text. Edgewood High School administrator, former girls basketball coach, all around great guy, John Caesar.
Oh, John.
John Caesar tuned into this one. There's a swing and a grounder, and that's off the foot. And Carson Downey feeling the effects of that one. Foul ball, count goes to 0-1. But yes, Coach Caesar is tuned in and just informed me he's got a Diet Coke in hand and enjoying some baseball, Cougar style. And they're checking on Downey, and he's injured. I don't know if he's going to be able to continue, and he's in the dugout now. So we will see who the pinch hitter is. Looks like number 7. Let's see who it is here.
Gavin Brennan.
Might be Gavin Brennan.
That's who I got.
That's Gavin Brennan swinging a bat on the on deck circle, and by the looks of Downey walking off, Now here comes somebody else. So we do have a hitter for Downey, and that is going to be, I believe that's Kaysen. It is. So Kaysen Breedlove will swing for himself. He's in that slot, so he can do it.
Stepping in, Kaysen Breedlove, the pitcher.
So Kaysen Breedlove, down 0-1 in the count. He steps in for Downey. Here comes the pitch, and he takes on the outside corner for a strike. No balls, 2 strikes to Kaysen Breedlove. Oh, 2. Swing and a miss. Down on strikes is Kaysen Breedlove. And that'll bring up Chase Resch.
The shortstop, number 15, Chase Resch. I get a save on that.
Curveball, that's outside, 1 ball. The fans here in Centerville are hanging on every pitch. You get an ooh from one side and an ah from the other.
Yeah.
There's a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Locked in are the great fans for this one. Hanging on every pitch. That's inside. 2 balls and 1 strike.
Tighten the body, babe. Tighten the body.
2-1. That's inside. Count moves to 3-1 on Resch. And what a gift that would be to get him on base. I'm about to pass out up here, Rich. There's a bolt. Oh, that ball's hit pretty well to center, but it'll hang up. Making the play out there is Kyle Davidson. We're going to head to the 9th on the fly out to center field. And for the Edgewood Cougars, they go in order. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left on base. We head to the top of the 10th. Still tied 4-4. Back at the ballpark, top half of the 9th inning, more free baseball. We are a little bit concerned.
The center fielder, number 9, Kyle Davidson.
We are a little bit concerned about the battery life of our camera. We'll go down and check that at some point. But if we go off the air,
There should be going in the barn.
it does say it's a 4-hour time on that. Typically, it's a 4-hour charge. But we are on as of now.
Is that your team?
If we
Yeah.
lose you, there's really not much we can do.
They waiting to practice.
And we've got,
They just won.
Oh, they just won. Where were they at?
Lebanon.
Lebanon.
looks like Centerville baseball is arriving back from their tournament game. We were just informed they won today. And the fans on the Harrison side are worked up. They want them off the field. They're just going to their locker room. All right. They moved off the field. And Kyle Davidson leads things off. He's 0 for 3, facing young Kason Breedlove. Curveball almost hit him. Just inside. That's a ball. One ball, no strikes. Curveball flared towards second, coming in and making the play is the second baseman. And that is, for the Cougars, Brady Bauman. A wonderful play by Brady. And 1 out here in the 9th for Harrison.
The second baseman, number 5, Derek Stigler.
Trying to keep this scoreboard in order for you guys. Trying to do the announcing. I hope we're doing pretty good on that scoreboard. Curve, swing and a miss. Nice pitch from Kason Breedlove. What an emphasis on defense. In extra innings, you got to make plays. A 1, swinging a ground ball to short. Up with it is Resch. He's going to throw across the diamond in time. And that goes 6-3 for out number 2. Ryan Stigler coming to bat.
The shortstop, number 3, Ryan Stigler.
Ryan Stigler steps in this game. Junior, he walked and scored in the 2nd, grounded out to short in the 4th, and flew out to right in the 7th. 2 outs. Here's the pitch. Ground ball to short. Up with it is Resch. Throws across the diamond in time. And a 6-3. And a quick inning for Kason Breedlove. No runs, no hits, no errors, nobody left. We head to the home 9th. Score still tied 4-4.
Or something.
Okay.
Here we go. Bottom half of the 9th inning. 2-3-4 for Edgewood to face David Baldock.
Leading off for the Cougars, the second baseman, number 24, Brady Bauman.
Brady Bauman in this game, he's 0 for 3. Reached on an error, flew out to right, grounded to third, and walked and stole a base. Back in the 7th.
Work ahead right now, 7.
Bauman to be followed by Gully and Vogel. pitch is swung on and flown to center. Right in his tracks is the center fielder Kyle Davidson. He makes the play for out number 1.
The third baseman, number 14, Jace Gully.
Jace Gully, 1 for 4, single with an RBI, and scored a run in the first. Flew out to left, a strikeout and a ground out to second. 1 for 4. There's a flare. That's trouble.
It's going to drop.
And it does drop. And it's a flare single to right field for Jace Gully. That dropped about a foot from the line out there in right. So a flare single for Gully. Hopefully that's the start of something. J.J. Vogel steps in for the Cougars.
The first baseman, number 11, J.J. Vogel.
J.J. Vogel 0 for 1. He's walked 3 times, once intentionally. He scored a run and he grounded out to third. 0 for 1 officially in this game. The pitch. Taken low and inside for a ball. Fastball on the inside corner for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike to J.J. Vogel. Gully over at first, takes his lead. And the pitch. Inside, 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1. Vogel to be followed by Roman Smith. I did make a trip down between innings to check our battery life on our camera. We've still got 2 lights out of 4. So at least is a little bit of a positive. Ground ball right up the middle. Tailor-made double play. 6 to 3. And that's a double play to end the inning. So Vogel hit it hard, but right at second base. It goes 6 to 3, unassisted, double play. And we are about to head to the 10th inning. So for Edgewood, no runs, 1 hit, no errors, nobody left on base. And we head to extra innings, or another extra inning with the score still tied 4-4 as we head to the 11th. We're going to come back a little early here. We've got some shout outs from Facebook that we want to get delivered. Jessica Elmlinger checking in with us again. She's watching on her phone from what looks like to be another baseball field. So they're all over the place. Brian Schmidt back with us again today. Brian followed yesterday. Courtney Parks online today. How's it going, CP?
The former strikeout leader.
Yep. Hey, all records are made to be broken, right?
Right.
Wayne Henson checking in. Bethany Harding. And my guy, Corey Smith. Edgewood. Former Edgewood athlete. All around good guy.
Leading off, the right fielder, number 30, Aaron Davis.
All right.
Davis in the top.
9-1-2 as we head to the top half of the 10th inning. Kaysen Breedlove still out there. Just got a text from Xavier Fugate.
Oh my goodness.
Xavier Fugate. I'm telling you,
They're
the
all
Cougars
over the
are. The Cougar fans are out in force via the YouTube channel today. We might have to get we might set a record up here today, Rich.
Can you tell
Get home and get the report on this game, see how many people viewed. Looks to be some kind of all-speed taken for a ball.
my phone?
The X Factor. Current Edgewood staff member, also the head boys basketball coach for the Eaton Eagles, and one of the most decorated athletes in Edgewood High School history. Also a teacher at the high school. There's a curveball, just misses on the outside. Count goes to 2-0. Aaron Davis in this game, he's 1 for 3, or make that 1 for 2. Single, ground out to second, and a walk. Curveball, swinging a foul. 2 balls, 1 strike. Got to give credit where it's due. Home plate umpire Matthew Jennings. He's called close to 300 pitches. I mean, we got to be getting close, I would guess, to the 300 pitch zone.
I would think
between
so.
the two teams combined.
Yeah, because he's thrown at least 25. Downey threw 125.
Yes, there's another foul. Count goes to 2-2. 2 balls and 2 strikes. So that's a lot of pitches to call. And yeah, just not an easy thing to do. Curveball grounded to second. Over there is the second baseman, that being Brady Bauman. He fields it, throws over to J.J. Vogel. That goes 4-3 for out number 1.
The left fielder, number 1, Mitchell Mercurio.
Top of the order, Mitchell Mercurio. Mitchell in this game 1 for 4, single, reached on an error, line out to left, and flew out to center in his 4 appearances today. Brady Love ready. Curveball taken outside for a ball. Tell you, whichever team wins this game, they're going to be happy to have some time off. Another curveball taken outside, 2 balls and no strikes. Harrison, they are back-to-back extra inning postseason games in the same week. And of course, Edgewood had to deal with a monsoon on Tuesday, had to make up their game on Wednesday. Oh my goodness. That caught a lot of plate, but it's called ball 3. Three balls, no strikes. Breedlove's got the sign from Rivera. Here's the pitch, and it's taken low. Ball 4.
The third baseman, number 12, Tucker Ward.
Tucker Ward steps in. He's 1 for 4. Fielder's choice, scored a run. Strikeout, single. Stranded at third base. That was in the 8th inning. So, Tucker Ward, senior. Breedlove's got the sign he wants, and he brings it to the plate. That's a curveball outside. Nice catch by Rivera. Ball 1. He would love to see a ground ball right at that second base bag, and for Resch to move over there and grab it and turn a double play just like Harrison did. Lead at first, and the pitch. Curveball again taken outside. 2 balls and no strikes. And Breedlove is going to have to, he's going to have to come in. There goes Rivera out to talk to him. It looks like we've got some stirring out in left field. And I'm not sure who's out there, but it looks like a coach is out there, and there is a pitcher. I just saw a ball fly down there, so I don't know who is warming up, but I do see a coach standing out there. Hopefully Breedlove can find it here. Kaysen Breedlove. 2-0. That's right there. Strike 1. 2 balls, 1 strike. Nice pitch by Kaysen.
He's doing a nice job.
He is.
As a freshman coming on this
Great kid, doing an outstanding job. Case and Breedlove. Here's the runner moving, and that gets off the glove of Rivera. That'll be a stolen base. Pitch was a ball, 3-1. And moving up to second base with a stolen base. He was on the move before that got away from the catcher. So a stolen base for Mercurio. He's in scoring position for Ward, who has a hitter's count of 3-1. 3 balls, 1 strike. You got to be careful here. Pitch is lined to center. That's trouble. What a play!
Oh!
What a play by second baseman Brady Bowman. Are you serious?
Held that runner at second.
Soft line drive, line out to second base. So I'm going to put a star on that one for Bauman. Let's find him on here so we can look at that one later. Number 24. We just put a star on that one. So the next batter up there is Cameron Inniking. Oh no. There's a liner in the gap. And that's going to score a run. And a 2-out single by Drew Baker to the gap in right center brings home the go-ahead run as the Harrison Wildcats now lead 5-4.
Pinch runner. Pinch runner number 14, Christian Rother.
Number 14, Christian, looks like Rother or Rother. Rother is what Rich says. We'll go with that. But that's the pinch runner over at first base for Drew Baker as the Harrison Wildcats take a 5-4 lead.
Now batting the catcher, Cameron Inniking.
Cameron Inniking, he's 1 for 4. Harrison 5-4 lead, top of the 10. Curveball right there for a strike. No balls and 1 strike. Cougars got to shut this down right here and keep that deficit at 1. And then come in and get the bats rolling. Curveball swing and a miss. No balls and 2 strikes. Runner on the move. Curveball taken inside. Throw down to second by Rivera. Not in time. That's a stolen base for Christian Rother. So Rother now in scoring position. And I believe the count now 1-2 on Inniking. Timeout called by the batter. Curveball, oh my goodness, just missed. John Rivera wanted that one. Count evens at 2-2. Rivera hunched down on that one after he caught it. He wanted that pitch. He must have thought it was there. 2 balls, 2 strikes.
Did he call for the AB?
2-2 delivery. Curveball taken inside. Count moves to 3-2 to Inniking. Waiting on deck, David Baldock, the pitcher. All infielders, they got to be laying out for anything on the ground to try to keep it in the infield. So that runner does not score from second. Got to keep that ball from getting to the outfield. Three-two pitch. Slider chopped at the plate. And moving over to field it is Vogel. But that ball is foul. And the count remains 3-2. Cameron Inneking, senior catcher, 1 for 4. Three-two pitch. That's high, ball 4. Runners at first and second, and that'll bring up David Baldock. He's 0 for 4.
The pitcher, number 7, David Baldock.
Runners at first and second. And there's another pinch runner, number 22. That being Eli Kaufman. So Eli Kaufman in to run at first base. And stepping into bat is David Baldock. Strikeout, ground out to second, strikeout, fly out to center. In his 4 plate appearances. Case and Breedlove. Comes set. Resch holding the runner out there at second, tight. The pitch, curveball, rope to center. That's hit fairly well. And that ball's over the head of Breedlove. 1 run scores, 2 runs score. A 2-run double for David Baldock. So David Baldock drives in 2. And it looks like we're going to get a pitching change here. Double, 2 RBIs for Baldock. And our score moves to 7 to 4. A new pitcher for Edgewood. We'll get that number.
Graham Carson.
Graham Carson coming in to pitch for the Cougars. And while he takes his warm-up tosses, we're going to step away for just a couple of minutes. Here we go, runner at second. Graham Carson is the new pitcher. Graham Carson for the Cougars is out there. We'll give you his numbers in just a second. Carson checks the runner at second. Fastball right on the outside corner. First strike.
Now batting, Kyle Davidson.
Graham Carson on the season, 24 innings, 21 strikeouts, and a 2.59 ERA. Curveball, that's also a strike. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Harrison, 7, Edgewood, 4, top half of the 10th. Fastball, swing and a miss. So Carson does his job for the Harrison Wildcats in the top half of the 10th. They get 3 runs on a total of 2 hits. There were no Edgewood errors. 1 runner left on base. We head to the home 10th inning. The Cougars are in need of a rally to tie this one up or take the lead. And we'll be back to bring it to you in just a couple of minutes. We're back live, ready for the Cougars' half of the 10th inning. They're going to need a rally, and my favorite shout out of the day is about to come. My wife, Barb, is watching from home the Cougars, and she's hoping for a chance at that gift card, she just told me. We may have to keep it in-house, but the Ducks tonight will decide that. But shout out to Barb. I love you. Best wife there could ever be.
Leading off for the Cougars, number 28, Roman Smith.
All right, Cougars need a rally. They're going to send up Roman Smith, Carter Breedlove, and John Rivera due up. And still out there on the mound for the Harrison Wildcats is David Baldock. And the Cougars rise over in the dugout. They're clapping. They're making some noise. Let's see if we can get something started. First pitch of this one. Strike. Right down the middle. No balls and one strike to Roman Smith. Roman Smith in this game is 1 for 2. Fastball outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Roman Smith 1 for 2. Has drawn 2 walks, 1 intentional, flew out to right, and singled. The 1-1. Swing and foul back. Count goes to 1 ball and 2 strikes on Roman Smith. So the Cougars.
So my dad, Jason, why did ask if Mac is here?
Who? Mac.
Mac.
No, I said,
So
no, he's not here.
1 ball, 2 strikes. That pitch is inside. That was close. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Two and 2. Roman Smith. Looking at his dad, Chad, down there. Great man. Curveball, that's outside. Chad has supported his son through a lot of baseball, basketball, been there coaching him in so many things, and they just don't come any better. 3 balls, 2 strikes. There's a swing.
Oh, there's
that
a
thing is
smack.
stung, and it'll drop for a base hit. So Roman Smith leads off with a single for the Cougars, and that's going to bring to the plate Carter Breedlove.
Now batting, number 34, Carter Breedlove.
You know, I've sat in that seat as a parent, and I'm telling you, you'd rather be out there yourself than have to sit in those stands and watch your kid.
That's for sure.
It's tough on parents, but that's pretty awesome to see Roman come up with a big hit. Fastball high, first pitch to Carter Breedlove, 1 ball and no strikes. Roman Smith takes his lead. He's not going anywhere. There's a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. Down 3. You cannot give up a base runner. It'd be really, really surprising to see Roman on the move. That's hit. Oh, yes, it did get him. Hit by pitch for Carter Breedlove, and the Cougars have the first 2 to reach here in the 10th. So runners at first and second.
Now batting, the catcher, number 99, John Rivera.
And now a meeting, and I think we may have another. We'll see if we've got a pitching change. I don't think so. I think that
Mackie, you up here?
Baldock has been really
I
good.
don't know this fellow's name. There was a guy up here running the scoreboard. He's kind of the site manager, but I don't know his
All right, we're back, folks. John Rivera steps in. Rivera with runners at first and second, nobody out, home 10th. Harrison up 7-4. Rivera in this game 0 for 4. And here's the pitch. That's high for a ball. 1 ball and no strikes to John Rivera. Waiting on deck is Miller Fall. That's right down the middle for a strike. 1 ball and 1 strike. If the Cougars can somehow get Rivera on, they'll have the tying runs on base here in the 10th. That pitch is high. 2 balls and 1 strike. 2-1 on Rivera.
Give him a chance. Give him a chance.
There's a swing and a foul ball. That's probably going to drop. And it will. Harmlessly on the warning track over in right field. And the count now on the foul is 2 balls and 2 strikes. We will say, we haven't given this shout out at all today, but this facility here at Centerville, turf infield and grass outfield, and it is a beautiful field. Very nice place to play a game for both of these teams. So thanks to Centerville for their efforts in hosting this one.
Appreciate that.
Swinging a ground ball foul. Count remains at 2-2 as Rivera battles.
No, it's a D2. Harrison was the one that upset me.
That hit, by the way, by Roman Smith was the Cougars' 5th of the game. John Rivera waves the bat. The 2-2. Swinging a pop-up. That's on the infield fly, if fair. And it is in foul. So it will be a pop-out for John Rivera. And that was caught, I believe, by the pitcher. So pop-out 1 in foul territory for out number 1.
Now batting, the left fielder, number 20, Miller Fall. Come on, Miller. Come on, Miller. Give me a shot, Miller.
Miller Fall Sr. for the Cougars steps in. Pitches right down the middle, strike 1. Waiting on deck, it appears as number 7 over there. And if that is the case for the Cougars, that is Gavin Brennan. Curve, I think he went too far. Yes, he did. Count now 0-2 on Miller Fall. Come on, Miller.
Come on, Miller. Give me one, buddy.
0-2. Got to protect the plate. Ball dock comes set. Pitches high, 1-2. 1 ball and 2 strikes. There's a swing and a miss. Curveball takes down Miller Fall, and the Cougars of Edgewood are down to their final out, and that will be batting for the first time, Gavin Brennan. So Gavin Brennan in the 9-hole will be batting.
Now batting, number 7, Gavin Brennan.
Gavin Brennan, runners at first and second, and now with 2 outs. Ball dock, looking to close this one out.
Come on, Gavin.
Here's the pitch. There's a swing and a pop-up in foul territory. It'll get over the fence over there for a strike. Foul ball, strike 1. And it looks like Edgewood is going to... No, that's just the on-deck batter picking up the bat for him. Thought that might have been a pinch run. Chase Resch picking up that bat. Gavin Brennan down in the count, no balls and 1 strike. Here comes the pitch. That's high, 1 ball and 1 strike. Chase Resch, the Cougars' best hitter, waits on deck. The 1-1. No. So they appeal down at first. The first base umpire over there, that is Steve Marshall. He says no, and the count is 2 balls and 1 strike to Gavin Brennan. Gavin Brennan, a junior for the Cougars. The pitch, swing and a check swing, grounder to second. Up with it is the second baseman Stigler. He throws on to first, and that is the ball game.
What's the count?
For the Cougars in the bottom half of the 10th inning, they get no runs. They did have 1 hit. There were no errors by the Harrison Wildcats and 2 runners left on base. In the game, the Cougars left 11 runners on base, and the final score in this game is the Harrison Wildcats 7 and the Edgewood Cougars 4. They're about to have an awards presentation.
In the inning, there were no runs, 1 hit. There were no Harrison errors. There were 2 runners left on base after 10 complete, and the ball game. Harrison Wildcats 10, the Edgewood Cougars 7.
7-4.
I'm sorry, 7-4. Runner-up and district champion trophies. Trophies will be presented by district runner-up Curtis Philpott and the district champ of Edgewood, and the district champion My Beers as representing Harrison.
You're watching the awards presentation, and the Cougars are about to receive their district runner-up awards. And Curtis Philpott, Edgewood graduate, just finished up his tenure as the superintendent. Nice to see him here. He will be presenting the awards to the Cougars, and we'll let the public address announcer take over from here.
Presenting the district runner-up trophy, Edgewood Superintendent Curtis Philpott. Edgewood Cougars, please turn around and face your fans. For the Edgewood Cougars, number 0, Kason Breedlove. Number 1, Tanner Oakes. Number 2, Levi Ballinger. Number 3, Brennan Breedlove. Number 4, Peyton Wells. Number 5, Jack Alexander. Number 7, Gavin Brennan. Number 11, J.J. Vogel. Number 12, Graham Carson. Number 13, Wyatt Peak. Number 14, Jace Gully. Number 15, Chase Reich. Number 20,
Oh, Ty Cowman's out there. Just say Ty Cowman. Just say his name.
Ty Cowman. Number 20, Miller Fall. Number 21, Cash Lawson. Number 22, Caden Griffin. Number 24, Brady Bauman. Number 25, Colin Huber. Number 26, Cohen Dunaway. Number 28, Roman Smith. Number 34, Carter Breedlove. Number 39, Carson Downey. Number 99, John Rivera. Head coach, Austin Hatfield. Assistant coaches, Ken Hatfield, Corey Peters, Stephen Griffin, Dakota Kraft, and Jason Dunaway. Congratulations, Cougars, on a great season.
I figured I'd help you out with the Harrison names if you didn't know.
Who's presenting their trophy?
Mark Myers, Harrison Athletic Director. Mark
Byers.
Mybers.
Mybers?
Yep.
Mark Mybers.
Mark Mybers, Athletic Director.
Presenting the district championship trophy to the Harrison Wildcats, Harrison Athletic Director, Mark Mybers. Gentlemen, step forward and receive your awards. Number 0, Cameron Inniking. Number 2, Mitchell Mercurio. Number 1. Number 2, Jacob Fells. Number 3, Derek Stigler. Number 4, Nicholas Harniak. Number 5, Ryan Stigler.
Xander Luce.
Number 6, Xander Luce. Number 7, David Baldock. Number 8, Preston Fick. Preston Flick, I'm sorry. Number 9, Kyle Davidson. Number 12, Tucker Ward. Number 13, Drew Baker.
Christian Ruther.
Number 14, Christian Rother. Number 16, Nathan Henry.
Otto Beisel.
Number 17, Otto Beisel. Number 18, Gavin McCurley. Number 19, Max Webster. Number 22, Eli Kaufman.
I don't think Nate Pettit's here. That's okay. Nate Pettit is not here.
Number 27, Cole Metzger.
Yep, number 30, Aaron Davis.
Number 30, Aaron Davis.
And the coaches. I just took the bottom on that, I guess.
Head coach Ben Turner. Ben Turner. Assistant coaches Dave Kearns, Brock Adams, Bob Turner, Andrew Ellison, and Austin Crouch. Thank you. Congratulations, fellas, and for a great season. Good luck as you journey on in the state tournament. And here from Booster Field at Centerville High School, we wish you all a pleasant evening and a safe journey home. Good night.
Okay, folks, this is Brian Caudill. We're back at the ballpark where you have watched the Edgewood Cougars fall in this one by a final score of 7-4 in a game that went 10 innings. And the Edgewood Cougars drop a tough one to the Harrison Wildcats. Here's the summary. Of course, the final score: Harrison 7, Edgewood 4. Team records. Team records after this game. The Harrison Wildcats are 12-10, and the Edgewood Cougars, with the loss, fall to 18-11. For the Harrison Wildcats, they had 7 runs on 7 hits. They committed 3 errors. They left 5 runners on base. For the Edgewood Cougars, they had 4 runs, all in the first inning. 5 hits. They committed 1 error and stranded 11 on the bases. Winning pitcher in this game in relief was David Baldock. With the win, he moves to 2-1 on the season. Losing pitcher for the Cougars, Kason Breedlove. With the loss, he falls to 3-1. Hitting leaders for the Harrison Wildcats, Drew Baker, 2 for 4, and came up with that big 2-out single to score what ended up being the game-winning run in the top half of the 10th inning. For the Edgewood Cougars, Jace Gully. Today, Jace Gully, 2 for 5 with a run scored and an RBI. Harrison, with the win, they will advance, and they will be playing Loveland, who defeated Kings today, in the regional semifinal game next Wednesday. And that game will be played at Air Park, Dayton Air Park, which is the home of the Dayton Dragons. And that game, again, will be played on Wednesday. Edgewood, with the loss, they end their season at 18-11. And that's another successful season for the Cougars. I know it didn't end how they had hoped, but you're winning 18 games, you're doing something right. So congratulations to the Cougars, head coach, Austin Hatfield, his dad, Ken Hatfield, and all of the assistant coaches on the Edgewood staff on working with those kids this year. I know I speak for Cougar Nation when I say thank you to you guys for your efforts in coaching those boys. That's a wrap for tonight, folks. Final score, once again, from a game that took 3 hours and 19 minutes to complete. The Harrison Wildcats defeat the Edgewood Cougars by a score of 7-4 in 10 innings. The last thing that I want to do before I get off of here, and I told myself today that if our season ended, we were going to take the time to recognize all of our seniors. Before we go off air, I'm going to read their names right now. Levi Ballinger, Brendan Breedlove. Also a senior is Carson Downey, Miller Fall, Caden Griffin, Jace Gully, Wyatt Peak, John Rivera, Roman Smith, and Peyton Wells. You young men, hang your heads high. You've represented this program quite well, and you walk off of this field on a game that says a loss on the scoreboard, but you're far from losers, and you made the Edgewood Cougars fan base extremely happy with what you did in this program over the course of the last 4 years. On behalf of my partner here in the booth, Rich Hazelwood, this is Brian Caudill, middle-aged left-hander, rounding third and heading for Skyline for the final time this season. Rich Hazelwood, I got to thank you for sure. Thank you, Rich. Any last comments as we wrap up this season?
Thank you, Brian. You've been a good sidekick. I thank you for allowing me to ride along with you on this journey. It's been a good season. Like you say, not the ending we want, but a great effort by our boys tonight. Had a great fan support, as always, in the Edgewood community. Great to work and live in this community with such fine, outstanding people. We hope to be back again next year to bring you some more softball and baseball and maybe some other things down the road. So it's been a good year.
Well, thank you, Rich. We appreciate your words and thoughts on that, and I concur. We are hoping to continue to bring you these games, whether it be softball, baseball, and anything else that Mr. Clemens, our athletic director, wants us to do to bring you the Cougars action. Well, that's it, everyone. That's all we got for tonight. Thanks again. Have a safe journey home to all of our fans, and good night, everyone.